What is going on, baseball fans? Coming at you with another MLB video. This is going to be a different kind of video. Going to be doing a MLB news video, talk about what's going on, going on in the MLB right now. Obviously, the offseason and free agency has pretty much just started, and a lot of things have happened around the league. So I'm going to be talking about it today. And it's been a couple days since I made a video. I've taken a little bit of a break. Ever since the Yankees season ended, I haven't really made daily content. I'm not really going to be doing that throughout the Giants because obviously the Giants don't play every day; they play every week. So it's going to be, it's hard to do videos every single day. So it's going to be probably every few days I do a video now. Obviously because the Yankees aren't playing and they play every game, so it's easy to film my reaction for every game. So I can't really film a video daily because obviously the Yankees aren't playing. So it's going to be every couple days from now on, obviously until the Yankees start coming back. But I will do more obviously off-season videos for the Yankees, obviously the Giants videos, talk about the Giants, talk about the state of the Giants, and also do the games, of course, and everything in between. So let's get into the main topic of this video. I'm going to be talking about pretty much what's going on, recapping baseball. I mean, I've done videos like this in the past, but I've never really done an MLB whip around kind of. I'm going to be doing something like that in this video. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the Boston Red Sox hiring Alex Cora to be their new manager. And even though Alex Cora has been their manager before, obviously the Red Sox fired him. He was on a suspension, a one-year suspension because of the cheating scandal when he was the bench coach for Houston. And obviously in 2017 the Astros cheated. He was the bench coach that year, and he was technically involved in the cheating. So the Astros were forced to fire, or the Red Sox were forced to fire him for a year because he was suspended because of the cheating. So obviously now he's eligible to manage again. Obviously the Tigers hired A.J. Hinch, so the Red Sox said, why not? Let's bring back Alex Cora. He's a great manager for the players. He's a great manager for baseball as well. He's one of the better managers in baseball. He's won a World Series. He's a good manager, even though he was involved in a cheating scandal, and technically he was involved. I don't know if he was probably didn't have much of a clue of what was going on with the cheating, but he did have some sort of idea of what was going on. So, he definitely deserved to be suspended. But I feel like it was more the players' fault. But whatever, Rob Manfred, he's terrible. But anyway, Alex Cora is now the manager for the Boston Red Sox. I kind of saw it coming. It was between him and Sam Fuld. I didn't expect Sam Fuld to get the job. So Alex Cora is the Red Sox manager. I'm pretty sure a lot of baseball fans saw that coming, and yeah, he'll be the new manager for a while. But it's not going to matter though because the Red Sox still suck. But a lot of Red Sox fans think Alex Cora, just because they hired him, the Red Sox are all of a sudden good again. You're still going to suck. Chris Sale's not going to be ready for about halfway through the year. Same thing with Eduardo Rodriguez, I guess, is back, but Eduardo Rodriguez is not going to be some sort of ace type of pitcher. He's not. He had a good year back in 2019, but he actually didn't pitch in 2020 due to COVID. So, but he will be coming back in 2021, obviously, but he did not pitch in 2020 because of COVID. Had a very good year back in 2019, but I really don't see Rodriguez being the guy to put the Red Sox over the top. I still think they have really weak pitching, one of the worst pitching staffs in baseball, and I don't really think the Red Sox are going to get much better this season. I think they're actually going to have a pretty bad season. They can still hit the ball, but they just don't have any pitching, so I don't see the Red Sox doing much this year, but maybe they'll finish in 4th place, who knows. Maybe Baltimore will finish in last, but all I know right now is the Boston Red Sox are still a really, really bad baseball team in my opinion. But we'll see what happens with the Red Sox. They're gonna be they're gonna be an interesting team next year. They probably have a chance of making the playoffs if you really look at it because they're still the Red Sox. They're still they've been very successful in the past, but I still don't see the Red Sox being a great team next year, but we'll see what happens. And more MLB news, Steve Cohen, the new New York Mets general manager, has pretty much clean house of the owner, not the general manager, owner. They're probably gonna have to find a new general manager soon because obviously Steve Cohen, the Mets' new owner, by far the richest owner in Major League Baseball, has pretty much clean house, and the Mets are going to have a complete new front office. They fired their GM, Brody Van Wagenen, and I think that was pretty expected. Brody Van Wagenen has done a lot of bad trades. The Robinson Cano and Edwin Diaz trade. Cano is good this year, but I mean he's aging. He's not going to get any better as he gets older. He's not Nelson Cruz, And Edwin Diaz, was good this year, but he was terrible last year. I mean he blew a ton of saves for the Mets last year. One of the more unreliable closers in baseball. So So Brody Van Wagenen has done a lot of trades that have not gone his way. Jared Kelenic, one of the Mets' top prospects, could have been their future center fielder for years to come. They traded him over to Seattle for an aging Robinson Cano and a very unreliable Edwin Diaz. So I didn't really like that trade in the beginning, and I still don't like the trade now. It definitely backfired for the Mets. So I think it was pretty expected to fire BVW. I think that was, I don't really think he's a very good GM. I think that definitely makes sense to fire him. And, that's kind of what's going on with the Mets. And the last thing, the biggest news I'm going to talk about around baseball is going to be Cleveland Indians. Not going to be an Indian pretty soon, though. Cleveland Indians shortstop Francisco Lindor probably will not be an Indian next year. Great news for the Yankees. If the Yankees do want to go out and sign him, what are they going to do with DJ LeMahieu? I think, I say it all the time, I think DJ LeMahieu is the best hitter on this team, the most complete hitter. I'm not saying he's the most fun player to watch, but in an overall baseball standpoint, I think DJ LeMahieu is our best player. And I think we definitely need to re-sign him. We really do need to re-sign him. He's one of the best leadoff hitters in baseball, plays a ton of positions, and can swing the bat. I mean, the guy's incredible. We really do need to re-sign him. But if the Yankees do want to go after Lindor, I don't really see them re-signing DJ LeMahieu this offseason, because you can move Gleyber Torres over to second base, because he is a horrible defensive shortstop. So I think it would definitely make sense, if they want to go out and sign Lindor, to move Gleyber Torres over to second and let DJ LeMahieu walk, or maybe you want to do something with Luke Voigt, let DJ first, let DJ play first. I don't really know what the Yankees are going to do. I don't really know what Brian Cashman has up his sleeve, but Aaron Judge has came out and said, he expects the Yankees to make a lot of offseason moves, expects the Yankees to go out and sign some free agents. Hopefully it's some pitching, maybe Trevor Bauer, that'd be nice, or Marcus Stroman. I wouldn't complain about that either. I hope Aaron Judge is right. I really hope the Yankees go out and sign some players, because this team definitely has a lot of holes, and if this Yankees team wants to compete for a World Series, they got to sign some starting pitching, and I do believe they'll do that this offseason. But anyway, Yankees fans, what are your thoughts on Francisco Lindor? Do you want him to be a Yankee? Do you want him to sign? Do you think he'll sign with somebody else? Do you think he'll stay in Cleveland? I don't see that happening. The Indians refuse to spend money, and it doesn't look like they're going to give Lindor a big-time contract, so it looks like Lindor will not be an Indian next year, and not looking good for the Indians next year. Their pitching's still very good, but they have absolutely no hitters in that lineup. Maybe they'll get someone back in a trade, but I don't really see the Indians getting really a star player like Francisco Lindor. He's a franchise player. He's one of the best shortstops in baseball, and he's just a great player. So not looking good for the Indians, their future. But anyway, Lindor will most likely be traded from the Cleveland Indians. What team do you see him signing with? Do you think it'll be the Yankees? Love to hear your thoughts on that. Drop it down in the comments below. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you guys next time. Let's go Yankees, and go Giants.